My name is Tuyeimo Haidula, and I am coming to you from Onakayale village in Omsati region. Here, several government officials, including SWAPO Party Secretary General Sophia Shaningwa, is attending the memorial of late Ras Shehama, who died on the 5th of September 2025. Rastafarians from all walks of life have gathered here at Shehama's father's residence to pay tribute to a musical icon who contributed to the liberation struggle of Namibia's independence.
Taking flight has never been easier. Paratus is introducing Sky-Fi internet packages with speeds that will have you reaching for your seatbelts, starting from $500 Namibian excluding VAT per month, with speeds reaching up to 10 megabits per second. There's even a prepaid option where you can top up your Sky-Fi internet for just $15 Namibian per gigabyte. No contracts, no fuss. Visit your nearest Paratus branch to find out more, or go to paratus.africa/Namibia to sign up online.
Always prepared, Paratus.
Several speakers who attended the memorial service for music icon Hans Ras Shehama, which was held at Onamlunga village at the homestead of his late father, David Shehama, celebrated the life and legacy of the dreadlock legend. SWAPO Party Secretary General Sophia Shaningwa was amongst the attendees, who is also a cousin of Ras Shehama, said that the late artist was among the exceptional musicians who ignited the liberation struggle during Namibia's fight for independence.
During the struggle for independence, his musical lyrics and the rhythm of his songs, such as popular Kasinga, kept the morale of other freedom fighters higher during the dark days of the struggle for independence. Comrade Hans Ras Shehama was repatriated back to his motherland in 1989 with fellow freedom fighters, where he continued playing music with Ndilimani cultural troupe. Ndilimani, please go on, never stop the music. Touring around the country campaigning for his beloved SWAPO Party, the party of his parents. The late Comrade Ras Shehama has never wavered, nor did he abandon the struggle or SWAPO Party. I would describe Ras Shehama, our comrade, as one of a rare, humble, and soft-spoken but fearless freedom fighter. Therefore, the heartfelt loss of Comrade Hans Ras Shehama is not only to this family, the neighborhood, and the community he lived in, and those whom he touched their lives through music, but to SWAPO Party and Namibia at large. Protect your legacy. It is with humility and utmost respect that I extend our sincere and deepest condolences to the entire family, both Kepata no Koshoto. May the soul of this gallant son of the soil rest in eternal peace. Rest in peace, legend. Rest in peace, freedom fighter. Rest in peace, veteran. You are the hero to our family and those who love peace. I thank you very much. Ondem Pandura Unene. Aluta continua ya Victoria Eserta. Nepali atoka?
Venga nyoko.
Meanwhile, Omsati Governor Emmanuel Shikongo said Shehama's songs were more than entertainment, but they were lifeline. Shikongo said his music carried the weight of Namibian history and the dreams of the youth and served as a healing balm for a wounded nation. Shehama was buried on Saturday at Anamulenge Cemetery in the Omsati region, following an emotional farewell marked by the release of doves by his widow, SWAPO Secretary General Sophia Shaningwa, children, and close family members.
From one to seven, just up. No, listen to those guys. Listen to those guys. They're gonna count to this. Okay. And that song says 7. You can go. All right. Let it go with the wind, yeah.
Mourners from across Namibia, including family, friends, fellow artists, fans, and high-ranking officials, gathered at Onamulunga village at the homestead of Ras Shehama's late father, David Shehama, to celebrate the life and legacy of the dreadlock legend who died on 5th September in Windhoek. Widely remembered as a humble and iconic figure in local and international reggae circles, Shehama was hailed as a pioneer of both Namibia's reggae music industry and the Rastafarian movement. Rastafarian United Front President Brian Jafta said Shehama's music inspired many to embrace Rasta's life. He said that he often reminded them to share the riches with the poor before they share the poverty with you. This, he said, was Shehama's call for justice, his cry for...
So when we say Ras, we mean King Shehama. As Rastafari, we are the kings and queens within our families and communities because we carry the powers to break generational curses, to open our people's eyes to reality and to remind them of their African roots and dignity. Ras Shehama stood for all Rastas in the land. That's why we say with one voice, Rasta never die. Through his music, Ras Shehama carried the mission. He used his songs as a weapon against poverty, just as many Rastas use their creativity and talent as tools of resistance and survival. And we know the truth. In Namibia, poverty has a color, and that color is black. Ras Shehama gave us courage to face that reality. He often reminded us with these words: share the riches with the poor before they share the poverty with you. This was his call for justice, his cry for equality. Today, as we mourn his passing, let us celebrate his life, his courage, and this message. Let us acknowledge Ras Shehama not only as a reggae pioneer, not only as a cultural ambassador, but as a true representative of Rastafari movement in Namibia. Let his legacy remind us all, Rastafari is not a fashion, it's not a trend, but it's truth, a way of life, and a resistance to the brainwashed identity crisis we have today in Africa. Ras Shehama lives on in spirit of every Rasta, in music of every drumbeat, and in the strength of every dreadlock standing tall. Rest in power, Ras Shehama. Rasta never die.
Musicians and proteges also paid tribute. Vocalist Avo Emilio, who joined Shehama's band in 1999, at just the age of 19 years old, described him as a brother, a mentor, and a legend whose strict guidance shaped their artistry. Musician Big Ben recalled meeting Shehama in the 1990s, saying the veteran's mentorship extended from how to hold a microphone to performing with confidence before a crowd. From the younger generation, student Natasha Nambudunga remembered Shehama as a father by spirit, a powerful Rasta brother, and a powerful messenger whose music spoke to the entire nation. His widow, Saskia Shehama, expressed gratitude for the outpouring love and support. She said being part of the Shehama family was a blessing, recalling their 22-year journey together that began when she first saw him perform at the Warehouse Theatre in Windhoek. Saskia said their love was not a fairy tale and had its ups and downs, but their bond was deep, real, and unshakable.
Slow internet should be a headache of the past, yet many Namibians have connections that just aren't fast. We have a solution that might set you free. It's called Mobile LTE, and it comes with real speed. You'll enjoy up to 50 megabytes per second from just $300 Namibian a month and free internet browsing after midnight till 6. When it comes to staying connected, this is it. Visit paratus.africa/Namibia or our branches nationwide and experience the thrill of better internet with Paratus by your side.
Always prepared. Paratus.
There should be no school in Namibia where a Namibian child is subjected to substandard sanitation facilities. And we have agreed with the ministry through NTA that TVET trainees will be used when necessary to ensure that we expedite the process of providing same. And we have also agreed that food for work, cash for work will also be applied, which means village by village, school by school, everybody must have world-class sanitation as well as world-class schools. And again, we have the capacity in a free and independent Namibia for us to be able to do that. I am very encouraged here in Rundu, Dr. Shibera and others, the young ones. They said from, and that is their words,
The family of Martha Aaron, a 35-year-old woman who was allegedly killed by her boyfriend in September 2024, protested outside the Ondangwa Magistrates Court on Tuesday, demanding that the suspect be denied bail. According to family members, Martha was murdered in cold blood after she ended her relationship with the suspect, Eliakim Tapo Pishimi, who is aged 40. Soini Aaron, a relative, stated that they saw their sister being killed in cold blood in front of their eyes. Aaron was allegedly stabbed by her ex-boyfriend, a taxi driver, at the Kuka shops in Oshifukwa village in the Oshikoto region. The police at the time reported that the teacher was allegedly killed for ending their 11-month relationship. Soini said they are demanding justice and answers regarding the killing of their beloved daughter, mother, sister, cousin, aunt, and friend, and they are pleading to the court of law to do justice on the matter and to not grant bail to the suspect. 4-year-old Rusa Shea and her 2-year-old brother, Prince Shea, have been laid to rest at Omandobe No. 1 Cemetery in the Ohangwena region. Many mourners gathered to pay their final respect to the siblings who tragically lost their lives after their father allegedly killed them. The suspect, Thomas Shea, reportedly traveled with the children from Windhoek on Thursday night before committing the act near his homestead in Onkani village in Oshikoto region. Following the incident, the suspect fled the scene and notified family members of his actions. Subsequently, he surrendered himself to the authorities at Okatope police station, where they took him into custody. Details surrounding the incident remain under investigation by the police, and the case has been adjourned to 23 March 2026. The children are survived by their mother, while their father remains in police custody. President Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah recently showed off her dancing skills during the official opening of the 26th annual meeting of the Council of Traditional Leaders in Ondangwa. During the council meeting, she urged traditional authorities to end infighting, to combat corruption, and to support government's efforts to drive economic development. The president also told the traditional leaders that she is burdened by the never-ending infighting and leadership succession disputes that continue to prevail in the communities across the country, to the extent that the integrity of traditional authorities is on the way to be seriously questioned by the nation and their subjects. Nandi-Ndaitwah said application for the recognition of new traditional authorities are still being received unabated. She said this is a situation that, if not arrested, may not only become financially unsustainable, but also lead to further tribal divisions within the Namibian House.
A grave challenge that has profoundly affected our nation. The ever-rising wave of suicide, particularly among men, young men for that matter. In 2023-2024 alone, 542 lives were lost due to suicide. 1 year, can you imagine? And we know, as a country, that topping the list, we are now topping the list of suicide in Africa, Namibia. It really worries me what is happening in our community. That's not a record to be associated with. Over the past 3 or 4 weeks, we have lost over 10 lives by suicide. This is not just a statistics. It represents precious lives lost, broken families left behind, and a nation at pain. As traditional leaders, your wisdom, influence, and close connection to the community are vital in helping the government understand the root cause and develop practical solutions in fighting and leadership succession disputes that continue to prevail in our communities across the country, to the extent that the integrity of our traditional authority is on the way to be seriously questioned by the nation, by our subjects. As I am speaking now, I am informed out of 53 recognized traditional authorities, 16 traditional authorities are without leadership due to succession disputes. The minister, in his statement, elaborated on this. And I will emphasize it because it's very, very disturbing. Our founding president taught us a nation without a culture is not a nation.
Speaking at the same occasion, Urban and Rural Development Minister Sankwasa James Sankwasa has cautioned against the growing demand for new traditional authorities and recognition of additional chiefs, warning that the trend undermines the preservation of customs, traditions, and cultural values. Sankwasa criticized disputes within traditional authorities, particularly leadership battles that end up in court. He described such cases as divisive tactics that threaten unity and stability in the country. He stressed that courts are not the proper venue for deciding chieftaincy matters, noting that the appointment of chiefs should follow established customs and traditions. He emphasized that the nomination, designation, or removal of a chief should be done strictly in line with customary laws and not through external recognition processes that fall outside the community traditions.
Slow internet should be a headache of the past, yet many Namibians have connections that just aren't fast. We have a solution that might set you free. It's called Mobile LTE, and it comes with real speed. You'll enjoy up to 50 megabytes per second from just $300 Namibian a month and free internet browsing after midnight till 6. When it comes to staying connected, this is it. Visit paratus.africa/Namibia or our branches nationwide and experience the thrill of better internet with Paratus by your side.
Always prepared. Paratus.
That is all the news we had for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to follow all our social media platforms, that is on Namibian Sun, Allgemein Zeitung, as well as Republican. And do not forget to send us news tips. Take care and goodbye.